Hi, everybody. June here from Red Daisy Crafts. How are y'all today? Happy Sunday. It's 4 p.m. here in San Antonio, Texas. And my name is June Leindecker with Red Daisy Crafts. I'm so glad you're joining me today for another Sunday Live. And we're going to be doing some more alternates with the 10 years of growth paper pumpkin that came out in March. And so there is a few things I just wanted to kind of let you know about, just because you're probably starting to see things in the out there on other people's feeds and stuff. But there is a new catalog coming, and so the retired the last chance, excuse me, get my words right. The last chance products start on the 4th of April. So you'll be hearing all kinds of things about that. And that is basically going to be the mini catalog and the annual catalog that's going to be happening. Also, you are going to notice that there is a color refresh happening. So there are 11 colors that are going to retire, and we're going to get new colors, 10 new colors. Fresh Freesia, which is the current in color, is going to stick around. So that's why we're retiring 11, but we're getting 10 new colors because Fresh Freesia is one of the ones coming in. And there are 4 brand new and 8 or 7 that are basically returning to us. So I've posted pictures of those color refresh in the group and on my Red Daisy Crafts page. So be sure to check that out. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. And then the other thing I wanted to say is if you're not a demonstrator and you would like to get a catalog, if you want to let me know in the comments, I'll be glad to get you a catalog. And so I guess with that, we'll start to play with some fun projects today. So I'm going to turn you down. Hi, Christy. Thanks for joining. If you're there and watching, please leave a comment. Let me know you're here. And we're just going to have some fun today. So let me turn you down to the table and we will go from there. All right. I also wanted to just remind you about the April paper pumpkin, which is all the little things. The subscription period ends on April 10th. So be sure to look for that. And I've put a link in the comments for you. Hey, Susan, glad you're here. And this ends on April 10th, so you must get your subscription in time or you will not be able to get this kit. So it's really got some pretty these cherry blossoms and this stained glass look. I'm pretty excited to see this kit and what we will get to play around with and when we create with it. So so looking forward to that. And then we're gonna dig into 10 years of growth. Again, if you're not familiar with paper pumpkin, it's a monthly subscription box that you subscribe to, and it comes to your house each month, and you get projects inside. You get everything you need to create the projects. The only thing usually that you may not have is in the box is a pair of scissors. So that they seem to come in handy on with different things. So otherwise, you get full instructions in color, and it's just a lot of fun. And if you're in my paper pumpkin and kid hangout group on Facebook, then you know that there is a lot of different things that you can make with your paper pumpkin kits. So, and just a quick glance at what we've created already is we've created several cards. We made 3 last week, and some of these were a really fun fold kind of cards where they flip up. And so we've already made some really wonderful things with the projects out of the box. This is one of the original design cards from the box. And then I've been sharing with you also alternates that are on the last week's live. And so this week I have some non-card types of projects for you to consider as you are creating with your paper pumpkin kit. So the first one I wanted to show you is this little fold card. It really is more like a little gift holder. Inside here, I have a little envelope pocket where I have a little gift card inside. We're just using one of the envelopes to create that. And then I have in here I have a little face mask to give to a friend. And then I have like a little note card where they can you can write a message to them to let them know how much they mean to you. But this is like a little pouch card. And so I've just used the card base from the kit to create this. And I'm going to show you how I did that. So this is a fun little treat pouch that you can give to a friend if it's their birthday, with a gift card, or just a little like pick me up. So let's get going on that. I am going to need my trimmer for this. And I often do not get that out when I'm on a live, just kind of because of the space. There's just not a lot of space. But I'm taking this regular card base from the kit, and I want to, it's like this, right? And I want this to have an opening that goes across here, and I want about 2 inches left, but it's going to go directly to the corner where the fold is and come down to the bottom. And I want to leave about 2 inches down here for, a good enough pocket piece. So I tend to take the corner of the bottom. Oh, you can't even see that. This corner down here at the bottom, and I kind of put it on the 2-inch marker on my paper trimmer. I'm going to move this up and see if we can actually show it to you. So here's the 2-inch mark. And so I'm taking this and I'm putting that right there. And then I want it to go all the way to this corner. So I'm just trying to get them both lined up at the same time to make this cut. And so that is not that's not as much of a cut that I want to make. So really, I guess I want this to be about here. So maybe it's 1.5 inches is what I wanted. Okay, that seems more like it. Okay, so now I have it I have the corner on the 1.5 inch mark, and then I have the score line aligned with the cutting trough. Okay, and so then I'm just going to cut that right. Did you hold your breath? Because sometimes I do, and I go, oh, I did it wrong. And so this is how we end up with this kind of cut. Okay, and so we still have down here not quite 2 inches. Okay, but it's very close to 2 inches. So you lined up the corner and this with 1.5, and then we put that all the way into there. And so there you see it's all lined up, and we trimmed off this piece, and we're going to hang on to this because we might use it for something else. So, all right, we'll get the trimmer out of the way. And let me get my bone folder, burnish this edge, and then we have the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to basically glue very little on this edge and this edge. And so I am using my multi-purpose glue, and so I'm just getting very little glue on the edge because you don't need a lot. And may have already put too much, but let's see if we can manage to not have it spewing out everywhere. All right, that's pretty good. All right, so we're just going to set that aside and let it sort of dry a little bit. So we are going to be using some of the elements from the kit. We have some of the leaf elements. I thought we'd play around to decide which pot we'll use for that. You know, we don't have to follow this exact, because you can see I have a different here. Different pieces from the kit and creating from happened. Where did my internet go? Oh my goodness. Are y'all back? I think you're back. All right. Seems to be good. Whew. This internet stuff is enough to drive you crazy. I'm telling you. Okay. So we are going to just kind of play around with the placement of things. And so I think I want to, I think I'm going to just have this coming straight out of the center of here. And for us to put the happy birthday across that. And then I was thinking about using the pot up higher. This pot that has the embossing on it. But to be honest, I am not loving that entirely. So I'm digging over here in my little pieces to see what I might come up with to put across here. So maybe I could just make a little block with this. So here I'm getting my trimmer out again. This is how it goes, folks. I just play around and see what works. And so I have a little piece of fresh freesia that I'm just trimming off. It's about 1.5 inches, or 1 3/4 by 1 inch is what that piece size is. And so we're going to put that down here, and we're going to put the pot on that. That way you see it a little bit more. And we can put dimensionals on there to pop it up a little bit. And then I'm actually thinking I might cut this and put 2 pieces down and make it similar to the one I had on the other side. So let's see how big this is if I want to cut it in half. So it is 2 1/8. Oh my goodness. Let's see if we can get that even. Cross your fingers on this. Look what I've got here. It's 2 1/8. So now I'm trying to make it 1 1/16. Let's see how I did. Holy smokes, I think I did it. Wow. Let me move this again. This is why I don't usually bring out my trimmer. It's a lot of extra in the space that I have. And so I am trying to just maintain that. All right, I think that's going to work fine because the happy is going to go over it and you won't even notice the seam. So we've got this going on here like that. And we're going to put a little fresh freesia rectangle down here. We have our pot and we're going to have some flowers or leaves coming out of it. Actually, I may just do the 2 of these. And so we'll have the happy coming. And so I think, again, we can do happy birthday, or let's see what else we have here. Happy Mother's Day, happy birthday, happy anniversary, happy Easter, happy spring. Let's do happy Easter. It is, of course, Easter next Sunday. So, speaking of which, because it's Easter next Sunday, I may have my live may be at a little bit of a different time. I may still be able to do it at 4, but it may need to be at a different time. So, just waiting to see if we're doing anything with family and, coordinating all that stuff. So hopefully you guys understand. All right, so I've got Easter stamped up and I am using Fresh Freesia on this ink because I've got a little bit of Fresh Freesia already going on this card front. So I want this ink to tie into that. So I am using my Fresh Freesia ink. I cannot pinpoint which month it is, but I'm pretty sure if you've been a Paper Pumpkin subscriber that you've already have a Fresh Freesia ink spot that you can use. So hopefully that doesn't mess you up if you try to create this. But of course the polished pink would also look fine. All right, so I think we'll start to put our elements down and see how we go. I can move this out of the way. It doesn't want to scoot. All right, so I'm just putting some glue on here and I'm going to bring it down to there. And I am not in the, oh my gosh, I kind of switched things because I knew I was going to need my cutter. And then this is kind of what I'm dealing with, is that then I end up having to like lean a little bit more over the table to do things. So it's confused. It's making me a little off-centered. All right. So that works out nicely. If you can see, you almost cannot even tell that that seam is there. And then we're going to put this little piece of Fresh Freesia down and sort of like just something for that pot to sit on to ground it. And if you've been watching with me for a while, I've made these similar types of cards and used the Betty Crocker, the little cakes for one that you can make in a mug. Those also fit nicely in here if you want to give a treat like that. So just keeping all of that in mind. And so now we'll put one of these branches down and put that there. And then this one. I'm keeping the glue towards the bottom simply because I want to have some flexibility whenever I bring in the happy up here, so that I can come back later and put that down more if I want to. So in case you're wondering why I'm staying so close to the bottom. All right, so we're going to use this embossed pot, and I've just put some dimensionals on that, but hopefully you can see the embossing there. And yeah, this is so strange up here. All right, so there's the pot going on, and then we have the happy that we need to put on, and I just opened up this glue, so it's a little bit funky at the moment. Okay, so I'm just putting very little on here in some spots because you don't need a lot of glue for this. And there we go. And I want it to come underneath of here so that it goes like that. Yeah, so we're going to put a little bit of glue on here to tack that down. Very little. It's going to go up there between the A and the P, just so you can see it better. All right, and then here's our happy Easter, and I'm going to use some little dimensionals for this. I had them a minute ago. Here they are. These are the ones that came in the kit. So here we go. All right. So that's going to come on here and go right next to that. And then I have a little bit of fresh freesia ribbon I thought I would use on this, being how it's Easter and everything. So I'm just cutting off a little bit of this to tie a bow, and we'll tack it down on here. Are you guys ready for Easter? Do you have plans? Are you traveling? No plans? Tell me what you got going on. Have you already made stuff for your friends and family for Easter? Your grandkids? What do you have? I'd love to know what you're doing. So we'll just put that right on there, and then we can trim some of this excess off. And there we have it. So I'm just going to take my little pieces. So this piece is basically, it is 3 1/4. I used shaded spruce. It's 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. Then this piece is a 1/2 inch smaller. So that would be 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And so that just slips right inside like that. And then here, I used one of the envelopes from the kit, and I cut off the envelope at 2.5 inches. All right. And then I cut a straight edge at the top and trimmed off one side so it was even. Okay. So for example, this is the envelope, how it has. So when I cut this piece off at 2.5, then I just kind of took a little edge off there, so that you have it. And then inside is where you can put your gift card. And so I just have that stuck inside. And then, I mean, you can put anything in here if you wanted. A gift card is all you have to put in here if that's all you want. But I had this cute little face mask that I got, and it happened to match perfectly. And so I just think that's such a cute little treat for somebody to say hello. Hey, Jennifer, thanks for joining. So Susan, you don't have any plans? You need to get your Easter card sent? Yeah, that's a good idea. I actually haven't done that myself. So maybe you and I can both get that done in the next day or so. That would be great. So, all right. So that's my little treat pouch for you today. And so there you have it. Two treat pouches, just very similar, just some different elements. One is for birthday, one is for Easter. So super easy, and all made, literally all made from pieces in the box. So just a few little cuts here and there, and you are good to go. So that is one project I have for you today. Now, before I show you the next project we're going to make together, I thought I'd show you something else I did. We're not going to make it on the live. I'll post pictures to the group and such, but I'm really pleased with how it came out. This is my box that I created, and I used one of the labels in the kit to create a little tag, and just stamped right on one of the labels in the kit, to call you friend. And then the happy that gets punched out. I'm trying to see if I can find it. Here we go. This piece that comes in your kit, I used part of it to punch out these leaves that I added to the to this tag, and it's from the Petal Park punch that's in the catalog. And so, just a simple way to use up that piece, the extra gold on here, because you could get several little punches out of there. So that's what I did here. But you're just gonna love this, because I like to make treat stuff, but to be honest, having this candy and chocolate at the house is not good for June. And so I started to think about, like, what could I do? What are things that I can make treats for? And so this friend of mine, she was, making her way with her business, and so I placed an order to help her get someplace. And basically I thought, oh my gosh, these are so perfect. So look here, this is a Tastefully Simple chicken making magic chicken seasoning. And so I can put it inside this little box, and now I can give it away to a friend or somebody who likes to cook. And well, there you have it. So this is so fun. Just wait, Jennifer, nails are next. Not next today, but I already have it in mind. We're going to do something with nails. My friend Jennifer, she she does nails. And so, and other stuff, but anyway, this is just a super cute little way to very inexpensively give a gift. And all I did was use some cardstock. This is fresh freesia and basic white, and then I used the stamps from the kit, and I stamped the pieces, and then I just tied a bow around it. And I mean, seriously, it's such a cute little gift, y'all. Anybody can do this. So I will post pictures in the group and show y'all that. And then the next thing I have is another little box that I created because, again, I like to do things that are different and fun. And so this is a little box that I created, and inside it also has some different spices from Tastefully Simple. And so these are individuals that you can buy, and they're all different kinds of dips. So this is garlic, spinach and herb, onion, and they all fit right inside of here. Now I also have because, as you know, I'm in San Antonio, and so I also have this one that's Mom's favorite taco seasoning, and it also just fits right inside of here. And here in San Antonio, we're about to be all over Fiesta, and so this is going to be perfect for that. And so we're going to make one of these boxes today, and just so fun. So hang around, because that's going to take a few minutes, but yes, so fun. And I'm looking forward to doing this with you today. So I'm just going to grab my things right here, and we will get started. Now I'm trying to make it a little bit easy, less a bunch of little pieces and work to cut out. But I'm going to go through it slowly. So in case you're crafting along or coming back to watch this video later, that you can also recreate this. Yes, Susan, I'll share the demonstrations for the dimensions for the box. It's so cute, isn't it? I just love it. Okay, so this is this is actually Bermuda Bay color, and it is the main box piece. Then this piece on top of the flap, this is like a separate piece. So the first piece we're going to talk about is this main piece. Okay. So I made a template, and I'll post pictures of this for y'all. But this is a piece of cardstock. I use basic white, and yes, thank you, Susan. This is 10 inches and 3/4, 10 3/4 inches. Okay. Then this way it's 7 inches. Okay. So on the paper cutter, you are going to score. And again, I've already done this for the pieces I'm going to make, but basically you're going to score at 3/4 of an inch, 5 inches, 4 3/4 inches, and 10 inches. And then you're going to turn it, and and it really doesn't matter which way you go, but you're going to turn it, and you're going to score at 3/4 of an inch. Okay. And then we're going to trim out what you see. And I noticed I didn't get this corner trimmed, so I'll show that to you. And I'm going to do this on the one we're going to make as well. But basically this is your template. Okay. And so let's do it. I have shaded spruce, and I have coastal cabana base. I am thinking I will do the coastal cabana for now. I have 2 more of those packets, so I'm going to make them. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut my pieces out. So I am wanting to follow my, it's really hard to see a little bit on white like that, but so I'm gonna follow exactly, because I've already done my score lines. I don't know if you can see it just ever so slightly in the camera, but I'm just gonna trim this out, okay? And I do this little edging. It just means if you trim off this little excess, it makes the box go together nicer, more cleaner, not hanging over pieces and things like that. So we're just trimming off a little bit of that bulk that wants to be in the corner. Okay, and so then this here like that, and if I can get that piece out of there, it's want to be tough. All right, and then we're going to trim in this one, and we're going to cut this one right off just like that. Okay, so as you can see, it matches my layout. Get these things out of the way, and then we will put our box together. So as we go along, now I'm going to get my bone folder out, and we're going to burnish all these edges, all these score lines. Okay, and you just do all these edges, turning them and burnishing them so that when we put our box together, it will go together very nice and clean. So there we have it. And so I love that whenever you make a box, because it should lay down flat when you put it all together, it makes it pretty easy to glue your box together. So I'm just going to basically glue this flap onto that piece, and then we're going to have a box. So like this. So whenever we glue that together, you have your box. Okay, so let's just put some glue down on here, and I'm getting kind of not too much, but you want enough. All right, and so I'm pressing this down. And unfortunately, our glue does dry pretty quickly. And so, and then I go the other direction. So there you have it. And so that's pretty easy right there. Now, before we put the bottom of the box together, I want to put our design on the front while the box can still lay flat. Okay, the other piece that we'll do before we put the bottom on is we'll do the flap. So as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and do this flap. So this is another piece of basic white that's cut at 4 1/8 by 5 1/2, and then I scored it at 2 inches and then at 2 3/4 inch. And basically this left almost 3 inches on this side. Now, that's again just the template. Okay, so I've already have some made, and I'm gonna burnish these score lines, same as before. And we'll get this put down. And then as you can see, what I did was I stamped a little bit of flowers behind here, and then the happy coming across. And so we can do a different sentiment on here. I won't do another Mother's Day, so maybe I'll do a birthday, happy birthday. Or I could do the to call you friend, or happy anniversary, or something like that. That's the stamp set has those sentiments in it. But first I'm going to go ahead and stamp the floral image onto the cardstock. So let me get my stamps out. So here's the images in case you haven't seen these before. I'm using this floral right here. So I'm taking this off of here, and now we're gonna put it onto a clear block. So have our clear blocks. Just like to put it down in that manner. I'm gonna use the fresh freesia again, and I have some extra paper over here to stamp off because I am gonna stamp off once with this. So it is a lighter image whenever we press down on this final piece. Okay, so I'm just coming up here like that, if you can see where I'm going. And so there we have it. Okay, so there you have just that lighter image that's going on there. And so I think that's let's see what else we have. I did put on the back like a piece of the bookshelf, you'll see in a second. And so let's see what else we might like to put on here. So let's see. Maybe I'll do Happy Easter again. I kind of like that. I think I still have it out. Where did my Happy Easter go? Here it is. It was hiding. All right, so that is a different tag that I want for that. Not the big one. So I'm just using, this is just a piece of little pieces that came in the kit. So I'm just getting one of these labels off to do the Happy Easter. As a matter of fact, this one's a little too big. I think I just need this one here. Okay. All right, there we go. And again, using fresh freesia, inking there, and then putting it down here on the label. So that is that. And let's see, did I do, okay, so then we're going to do the happy, and that I'm going to do in the Coastal Cabana color, the same as the blue color, the bluish green color cardstock. So we're going to get the words happy off of here, and we'll put that onto a block, and then we can put those words on here. Okay, so there's happy, and we're just putting it right up there like that. And then we have Happy Easter. May even use some fresh freesia ribbon, so that would be good. So I'm going to clean off my stamps real quick just so I can not get a inky mess going. And they just have these chamois that we use to clean our stamps, in case you're not familiar. And that just makes everything so easy. All right, so we can put the Easter on in a little bit. Let me move this out of the way. Okay, our box is, all right, so that's gonna basically come over like this, is how that works. Now, I do have this cut just slightly, oh, it's tight, and I might have to trim a little bit off. I had already thought I had already trimmed a little bit. I think we're going to take off a little 1/8 of an inch on that because I don't want it to overlap the the box on the front and the back. So just taking off a little 1/8 of an inch. It all could depend on how my box score lines and everything work out. So you just kind of sometimes have to play that stuff by ear, but now it's going to go back here and it's not going to overlap by any means. And so we can put this down. So I'm just coming in and putting some glue on there, and I'm putting this down on the back side. I like this little extra piece because of two things. I can write a note back here to somebody if I want. You know, I could treat it like a little bit of a greeting piece. But this is going to come over to the front just like that. It's really pretty. And that we also have the decorative pieces for the front, and I did it similar to the one that the sample here. I did it similar to this one, and so I wanted to show you that this is the card piece that came in the kit. Okay, and basically I've cut this out, and as you can see I have two pieces because when I bring this flap over, this full piece, it would be hidden. So I just trimmed that off so it can go down here at the bottom part of the box and not interfere with the flap or anything like that. And then what I did on the sample, as you can see, I used this little shelf and just put it on the back side. And then I put "To an Incredible Woman." Now, we could put something else back here that says "Sending all our love, Happy Easter." So maybe we'll do that on here before we go any further. So let me get a block for this, and we will use again the Coastal Cabana, and let's stamp that. So "Sending all our love," and we'll just put that up here because this one was a little bit in the way of the tie that we needed to put around it. So just trying to prevent that issue again. So let me clean this real quick and then we'll move on. So I hope that makes sense. So we're just kind of going along. So this can go here. All right. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of this Fresh Freesia ribbon to put around this box. And I'm getting probably a longer piece than I need, but I want to kind of tack it down with that bookshelf that I'm going to put on the back side. So I'm going to put that bookshelf right about there. And I'm going to have this ribbon on the top side of it. So I'm going to get some glue dots because I think that would be the easiest way to go. And I'm going to just put some glue dots on here. Now, this is the glue dots that come in the catalog. They're not the glue dots from the kit. And I'm making this super hard because I put it in the wrong spot. So I just want these at that top edge where the ribbon is going to go. And then I can tie this down, tuck it down. So here we go. Just like that. So now that ribbon's pretty tucked on there so that it's not fall off or go anywhere when you untie it I just like that so much better. All right, so now let's do our front. I also was going to show you, like, I think that this could work also. You could use the window pane card front. But I think that the flap would need to be a little bit, not as, this is 2 inches here. I think that this would need to be more like 1 inch because this is coming up a little higher. But I still think that this would be really cute on there, and I may do it on my other box. So look, check back in the group whenever to see what that looks like. But for now, I am going to follow my example. So here we go. I am putting this little cutoff shelf down on the front of this box here. I'm trying to get in the camera again. And just like that, you can see that does not interfere with that at all. All right, so now we are good to put in our other pieces. So we have, we're not using this. So I have this little branch that I'm going to put down. Oh, I just noticed that like blends right in. Maybe I'll use this one instead. So we have some, yeah, this is much better. We'll use this as to contrast and put some glue on here. And then we can put this down. So just like that. And then we'll put this one down on top of that one. And then we'll be almost finished. All right, there we go. And then we have our pot, and we're going to use some dimensionals for that. So just getting 2 dimensionals here. And we remove these covers off the dimensionals, and then this will go right down here at the bottom of that. So in a lot of ways, it doesn't look any different. It's just a different color cardstock, but the exact same image and design. A little bit different on the leaves, the branches that are included. Okay, so now we're going to close up the bottom of our box. This is super simple. I just close all these in, and I want the front flap to go to the back on top. Okay, so I'm just putting a little bit of glue on here for you to see, and then I'm just putting this, adhering this down. Okay, and that is going to close up that box. All right, and then we have our little pouches. Where did they go? Oh, here it is. So this is Making Magic Chicken. So that fits right down inside there. All right. And so then I'm going to bring this ribbon around and put this together. Actually, it seems like it might still be too low. I feel like I'm going to have to get a Velcro dot. I have some Velcro dots. That's what I need. There is a Velcro dot. All right, let's put our Easter down, and then I'll tie it up. Tie it up. Where are these little things? All right, we have a little dimensional, and get this out of here and put this on here, just like, oops, let's be over just a little. There we go. Happy Easter. And I have a few of these gems that are going to be going out, but I think it would still match up okay to put on here. And who doesn't like a little bling on their stuff to jazz it up a little bit? And I will have to find my little Velcro dots, but in the meantime, this is how this goes. And maybe I'll hold off cutting that off, but there you have it. So let me put this one back in, tuck it back in. So fight with me. So there you have it. Those two boxes, and they are just so dang cute. I am so happy with them. So, oh, I could see one of my boxes. Well, this is what happens when you just fly by the seat of your pants like me. One of my boxes is just about 1/4 of an inch taller. Maybe that's why my lid isn't coming down as far as I thought it would. All right. Good times, folks. Look at that. They're this little bit off. So I would just say whenever I'm doing this, and I will put dimensionals for you in the group, just before you tie all this down, just kind of make sure everything's lining up, which I did not do great in this one or this one. Now, the person I give it to is not going to matter. They're not going to care one bit. They're just going to think it's so cute and they're going to love it. But it just is so much fun to be able to create a little gift for somebody and make them smile. It's my favorite part of paper crafting. So we have the other box that I showed you guys, and I'll put some dimensionals in the group also for that. And then we have our tree pouches that we made. So you have these tree pouches. So once again, we've had a lot of fun with this paper pumpkin kit, and I really hope that you all had a good time today. And so we'll come back again next week. I will post in the group when I know exactly what time for next week. It's probably still going to be at 4 Central, but just in case, I will let you all know. Christy, thanks. I'm glad you like it. And Susan, thanks for being here today. And Jennifer, thanks for showing up and having some fun with us. So, and then I know there's somebody else out there and I can't see your name. So, but thank you for showing up. And I wish all of you a great and wonderful day. Bye.